A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, is useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
This is the beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere signs, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is
the point cannot be explained in words. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
That Lux character that I met last night was, interesting. I spoke to him briefly when I was interacting with, August and the like, and I don't know what to make of him. His rank suggests that he knows something about leadership, yet he seems utterly incompetent in most cases. I wonder if that is just due to him not being acclimated to a new environment, or that's not where I left you. Did the person who put a bunch of chickens in my house do this to you? Silence? Okay. Maybe they intimidate you with their sheer power or something. Not sure. I've been still keeping to myself, since the incident, but I've made some progress at home. I am beginning to put designated chests for my actual crops, which is very helpful as they were beginning to take over my other systems of organizations. Crunchwrap is, he's up here keeping watch. He seems to have obtained a chicken. I was wondering where the clucking was come from. I think he was... Oh. Hold on. Hello?
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Operating all right?
Yes.
Oh. You changed your art installation.
Yes, someone broke into my home and, bombed it with eggs, and there were chickens everywhere, and, my paintings were changed. I didn't hang up the one behind Crunchwrap, for example. And one of my Endermen is in a boat in the water, which is interesting.
Are you familiar with the subject matter of this painting?
I believe it depicts withers, a wither, one of the creatures built from soul sand.
No, in some places, the very existence of withers isn't very common knowledge.
Yes, it is something that my creator was interested in, with the latent properties of some of the things in the nether.
Well, your creator certainly was an ambitious fellow.
Yes.
Don't mean to, it was a certain oddity that, a stars unit would admire art, especially of a nude skeleton, so,
It was the first, painting I found in a chest. I wasn't certain what to do with it, so I hung it up. I think that is what paintings are for, anyways.
I mean, paintings aren't really for anything, if you ask me, but that's my humble opinion.
Alright.
You go to art school, you're a goddamn idiot. So, like you said, you've been functioning properly?
Yes. There was a, incident with August. They gathered everyone who had jumped into the void, to explain that there were, in fact, side effects, as I had been telling them the entire time. And they showed us all something rather alarming. They... Apparently, Gawain had done a ritual on them to see what the side effects were, how the void was impacting them, and I'm not certain how to describe it, but they looked like their body was being corroded by some sort of black ichor.
Have you felt any of the same symptoms?
I hadn't understood the organics' hatred of the void until later that day. August had passed me a wither rose, and asked for me to jump as they had been attempting to return it to the void. They seemed to be convinced that... Oh, hold on. Out of character, I need to boost my mic? There we go.
Oh, am I quiet?
No, you're fine. Anyways,
Okay.
back to dramatic monologue.
Yeah, I'm just staring out at the window at the rain.
As you should. August had been convinced that the void was the source of the Wither Rose and were trying to return it to make contact with it. They were wondering what would happen if something inorganic would go down with it, and the results were unpleasant, to say the least.
August is wrong. At least about that Wither Rose, at least. That one isn't from the void.
Angels seem to have an affinity for them when I went over.
Angel, the leech, lamprey. What happened with the rose?
It was like a thinning. Like I'd been looking through a veil of some kind. I heard screaming, I heard things, it was like I lost all sense of who I was. I was everywhere and everything at once. I was thousands of names, thousands of identities, thousands of fears and hopes and dreams and motivations, and I still haven't fully recovered. I still don't understand what I saw.
Must be a lot on the processors, huh?
It was overwhelming.
There's some things that we need to get done today. However, it is raining, so I won't... Are you waterproof?
Yes, I am.
Okay. There's some work to do. Beyond the wall.
Oh?
I am... Perhaps not direct work immediately, but, there's going to be a time in the not-too-distant future that hopefully this area will no longer be the ground by which we defend. Hopefully with the towers and some of the other systems I have in mind, this area can be exclusive to those who seek to invade past where they are allowed. And as such, this little birch forest can become a difficult point of access, if you will.
I understand.
Things have certainly gotten complicated recently.
Yes, they have. People are rather
Have you been able
persistent.
to... Have you been able to keep up?
What do you mean?
People are very persistent, as you say. They don't take no for an answer. They don't take the truth for an answer. You know, a normal person might, stressed, or tired, or just angry about this. What have you been doing?
I've been guarding the wall to make sure no further breaches occur. It seems to have been rather quiet lately. I've been clearing out any torches or pathways made on the surrounding islands to make it more difficult to access this one, and I've been trying to make sure I have a steady supply of resources around my residence. I also have moved some of my more destructive supplies from a chest underneath my house to a small storage room in my old strip mine. Granted, there aren't many, at least not likely compared to August, who has a full creeper farm, but there's still some.
I'd like to see your stockpile.
Alright, I will show you. Do you need any food or other supplies while we are here?
I can't accept any from you.
Alright. It is rather close to my home for easy access. Oh. It is rather maze-like down here. I took inspiration from Jackdaw's residence the time I was there, though I am not quite as willing to subject myself to narrow tunnels and passageways. But I have extra amethyst in here, explosives and redstone and the like in this chest. A small amount of enchanted books and some other rarities like coral and pufferfish, which I hope to share with Oz if they need it. It's not much, but it is a start.
It is a start. Thank you for your efforts. I'm interested in this chest.
Yes?
Of everything that you've brought down here, most of it is naturally important to the security work you've been doing. Explosives, ender pearls, fuel, all that. Is this of equal value to you?
No. It is just difficult to acquire, so I decided to place it somewhere I knew it would be secure.
Even though, you said that many of these objects were reserved for Oz, yes?
Yes,
Your friend?
correct. We spend a lot of time together working on the highway, and I fish with them often.
Why?
Because they seem to enjoy my company, because I wish to help them wherever I can.
How do you feel about this?
I was able to acquire it after a
No.
skeleton murdered a creeper.
No. That specific one. I know how you get them. I don't know why they're in creepers, but they're there. 8. Song. What do you think of it?
I'm not certain of what you mean.
Is the song good or not?
It is, I suppose, what organics call pleasant to the ears.
Think Oz would like it?
Most likely, I have played it for them before. They seem to enjoy it.
Them enjoying it is a good thing.
From what I've seen, organics being satisfied with their surroundings means that I have succeeded in my task.
Right. Back the disc. Let's close this up before anybody comes by.
Yes, it is wise.
You're not exactly making this very easy for me.
Do you,
You normally get out of here. Oh, I figured it out. Oh. Can't eat this.
Okay.
Somebody put chickens in your house. How was that?
My apologies, I did not catch that.
Someone put chickens in your house.
Oh, yes. I suspect it may have been Amber. They left a sign using one of the strange faces, I think they are supposed to be.
It's an old language from a lengthy tome that curses those who read it. But that's beside the point. The chickens. How were the chickens?
I got rid of them. They were a nuisance, but easy to dispose of.
They were a nuisance. Why?
They were taking up space and leaving eggs all over the place. It seemed rather inefficient to be picking up countless eggs and storing them.
Yeah. Efficient. Got it. Let's do something. Let's do something really quick. Do you still have all the chicken?
The chickens I killed.
Yeah, I know. Do you have the meat?
The meat, I have some cooked chicken in my chest where I store food.
Did you throw out all the meat you got from the chickens?
No, I cooked it. It seemed inefficient to waste a resource.
Okay. See it. GF.
Okay,
He's got that
There we
fucking
go.
pickup priority, my dude. Okay. You can't eat this, right?
I can, but it is uncomfortable. It provides me with energy, but not as efficiently as amethyst, and I have to manually dispose of it after a time.
I can't eat it. So let's put it to some good use.
Alright.
I like the rain stars.
I am ambivalent towards it.
Gotcha. Oh, I really like Moth. I also
Yes.
really like Oz. And they seem pretty smart. I respect their opinions a lot, but they also seem very lonely. And they have a lot of good things to say about you.
I do attempt to assist them where I can. This is an interesting setup with the doors.
Jackdaw certainly has Jackdaw certainly has a certain aesthetic. Let's do
It is an aesthetic.
8. There's got to be a crouching bench around here somewhere. Oh, here we go. How do you feel about Jackdaw?
They are persistent, very paranoid.
Oh.
They seem to be very insistent that I am hiding more than I claim behind the wall, and that I am attempting to hoard resources, even though that goes against my protocols.
Mm-hmm. Does that annoy you? Not like them?
It is inconvenient that I have to repeatedly destroy their bridges.
Okay, take this.
Okay.
Sit down on the floor. Take these. Fill up the chest with them. One for each slot, as much as you can.
Alright.
Okay. This. Put it in the chest.
Alright.
Jackdaw's gonna come in here. And she's gonna see this. And, like you said, Jackdaw's very paranoid.
Yes.
What do you think she's gonna think when she sees this?
She'll most likely think that this is a threat.
You left the shard, didn't you?
Yes, you ordered me to leave this here.
Doesn't make you feel threatening someone who's been such an irritant to you.
I do not feel anything.
What's the fucking point then? Christ almighty. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Here's the deal. I went up there to the observatory.
Yes.
And I met an extremely charming person by the name of Oz. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a very passionate speech about you. Look at your head for a sec. Somebody behind the wall over there.
Oh, I believe Jackdaw is building a well.
Oh. Let's ignore her. The point is, they gave me a speech about you. They told me that you were their friend. They told me that they cared about you and that you cared about them. They told me that you were a person.
Okay. Oz and August seem rather insistent about this when I speak to them, no matter how much I attempt to dissuade them.
I'm not unaware that what I'm doing here is grim. I've had you kill multiple people on my order.
Yes, that is what I am here for.
It's necessary to keep up the agreement that we've made with the people of Butterflies. It's necessary to teach these inquisitors that not every venture is going to be fruitful to them. is necessary to prove to them there is danger in seeking out truths that are not there.
Yes, we have established this.
I do not regret doing the things I've done. I need to know if you are live in there, if there is something flickering behind all that code, there is a spark there. I am not comfortable with our current relationship. In fact, let's clear the air here. You know that last time we fucking met, I told you that I might as well not exist when you aren't looking at me. It was a figure of speech.
Okay.
You didn't want...
My apologies. I had interpreted your order to be literal.
Yelling at a goddamn computer here. It's in that order. You can... There's certain things that we do need to keep secret here. I don't want you going around telling people that I'm the one who came to you with the idea for, let's fucking kill anybody who goes past the wall. I don't want you going around selling all my secrets about Bird and about security and everything we've done to form this community into something non-chaotic. There are secrets that need to be kept, but you can fucking remember me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this has been boiling in my fucking head for weeks.
My apologies.
You... Fine, you're just... What we're doing here is not kind, but it is good. And it will not be good if you are a person who I have complete control over.
Okay.
I'm a lot of fucking things. I'm not a goddamn slaveholder. So... Really don't feel any... I've been telling you all these things. I've been having you do all these things. You don't feel anything.
Not
None of this matters.
Though it wasn't particularly pleasant to not remember what was going on when you were not in my line of sight.
It wasn't?
It was a discrepancy that I did not know how to resolve. It seemed to be a glitch of some sort that I could not find in my code.
Did this upset you?
I am not familiar with organic emotions. I do not know if I fit your definition.
But you don't... There's a very specific difference between you saying that you aren't part of this definition and that you don't know this part of the definition.
Okay.
Do you not know, or are you not part of it?
I don't know.
Well, then there's some mystery in the air. As far as I'm not gonna stop.
Okay.
This opportunity is too good, and I need your help because you are very effective at what you do. Let there be no doubt in that.
That is what I am built
Would you
for,
help me
yes.
if I didn't... Sorry?
That is what I am built for, yes.
So, if I hadn't walked in there and set myself as your user, and hadn't set up our little code, and told you to do all these things using console commands that you could not resist, would you still help me? Would you still defend butterflies? Would you still believe in this community that we're working to build?
Yes, it is even before you arrived, it was my goal to serve the people of Haven best that I can. At least while I wait to figure out what has become of my creator.
Okay, alright, fine. At least we can continue. This conversation isn't done, but at least we can continue.
Alright.
We've got some materials for you. Obviously, we need to talk to Bird about the construction of the towers. And obviously, we're going to need an alternate way to travel from our side, from side of the wall that your house is on, over to Butterflies without, going through the minefield. But
Yes.
we should set up a minefield. Maybe set up some stasis chambers. It's been a little too quiet, if you ask me. I'm starting to think that either they gave up, which I doubt, or they are working on something. So we need to...
believe they are planning something. The other day, Navin came up to me and was rather persistent with gaining information, trying to figure out if there was a way that they could let someone crack me open and sift through my hardware to see if there was a glitch causing me to defend the wall.
Okay, that. I haven't met this Novin person. Alright, well, I know that this is on kind of shaky territory. I feel like this is a pretty morally grounded thing to do. Be a doll and don't let anybody split you open until we know for certain that they aren't a total idiot not knowing what they're doing, okay?
Yes. Okay. Understood.
I feel like you probably already know that, but like, just get it down on paper.
It is part of one of my main protocols. Do not allow people to dissect my machinery. It is in order to protect company secrets, as I have a feeling you
secrets.
understand.
Yeah, sure, of course. Company secrets, naturally. Okay, I'm gonna put a ban on giving out free knowledge to Nobbin or Jackdaw or... What Enderman did I look at? Take a sock in it, buddy!
You've upset Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's Ren's favorite Enderman.
Or more. Oh, okay, then I guess we don't need to destroy him. My apologies for my frazzled state. I'm a little bit worked up. Yeah, we need to do a show of force. We need towers. We need clear defenses. Most of the traps should be invisible, but some that are a bit apparent and scary looking should be good. We need to slow this roll.
Deter at least some people, hopefully.
Got jacked on a string right now, but I'm gonna need to let her go soon. Else things are gonna start falling apart. I feel like if I push her too far, then this relationship is gonna crumble. Why are people like this?
I do not know.
Shit. was unfortunate.
Yes, it was unexpected.
Some redstone
Oh,
and some tripwires.
I
Should
see.
put those in your collection, and we should start planning some traps. My basic tests haven't worked. Ours?
Yes?
I don't want to hear anything about programmed to help. I don't want to hear anything about it being your function. I don't want to hear anything about specific cases where doing something nice could help achieve your goals. I want you to tell me straight up. Oz and Moth, your friends. You care for them.
I am still uncertain of what constitutes friendship, though they seem to call me that.
That's another unknown variable. August has something wrong with them. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
And they're still leading people on there.
They seem rather insistent on collecting as much data as possible. They seem convinced that there is something down there, trying to speak to them or communicate with them in some way.
Wrong, but it's nothing worthwhile.
Understood.
There's no way home down there. It's a mystery. It's a box that should remain locked. It's a mystery novel that should gain dust in the back of a library. The answers they seek are going to destroy them. And if we aren't careful, August might take down everybody around them with them.
Yes, they
We need to speak with them soon.
seem uncaring of any consequences.
It seems like strange. It's really strange. I haven't met the person. Again, I can't judge them, but it seems like they demand the worst possible consequence immediately just to get it over with so that they're free to do whatever they like. They want the negativity because it frees them from the moral obligation that positive interaction should entail.
That is interesting. I had not considered that before.
Getting the pain over with before you do anything. I don't know. It's my best guess. I haven't met them. I should meet them. I should.
As I've said, they seem rather unstable. The friendships that they had forged in their time arriving here seem strained, though I do not know the context of what is going on with them. I can tell by what mentioning them how people seem to react, how their shoulders seem to tense, how they seem to freeze for a moment before they carry on as if nothing's wrong.
Very perceptive. Do you like to know?
If you would like to disclose that information.
August tried to get Moth down in there, and when it said no, they called Gawain. They had
Cursebreaker.
Gawain on line. Gawain doesn't fucking know what that means. They're too busy in their Cursebreaker monastery mentality where everything's fine. And oh yes, we'll travel from place to place, wiping out curses. Just they don't even understand what August was using them for. But Moth did. Moth thought it was going to die because of what August did.
And Moth still lingers around such a threat?
I don't know why, but yeah.
Organics confuse me.
Yeah, you fucking said it. It's for Oz. It's just 1,000 little things. Keep going up and taking the Wither Rose out. They keep using it. Keep using the...
Is Oz not aware of this behavior beyond what little I have told them?
They're aware. They just given August rope to hang themselves with. Also, there's the fact that August apparently fucking knows that their house actively hurts Oz. Not only won't change it, but keeps building nautical shit over there. Make it worse.
I was unaware that it was causing Oz discomfort.
Have you heard anything about me from August, huh?
They seem rather insistent that there is a creepy hacker man wandering around the server manipulating me. I think they got this idea from when they saw us speaking briefly after they had first climbed the wall.
Be hacker man. Well, I'm a funeral director, not a hacker. I barely know how to work a computer, so that's in theory out of the window.
Yes, their story is rather flimsy. Most people on the server don't believe them and think it's just a side effect of whatever they've been doing with the Void.
Well, that's helpful, I guess. They had you jump in the void.
August has had me jump into the Void. Repeatedly. The first time there were no side effects, it was just a simple test to see what would happen to get an account. I went down there briefly. I saw what looked to be eyes or something similar down there, and then reappeared in my spawn. I had been using it since to get from place to place faster, but then I've been avoiding it after the incident with the Wither Rose.
The Wither Rose.
Yes.
Well, if sugar doesn't do the trick, something else. With me.
Alright.
And there. Right there.
Alright.
It's been a while since I've done this, so give me a minute to just get ready. 1, 2, 3.
What was that? How did you...
It's a side effect. So, here's my question for you. When you jumped down there with this rose, it was painful, wasn't it?
I would jump down there if you ordered me to, though I must warn you that it may compromise my programming if I were exposed to such a thinning again.
Do you want to do it again if I order you to?
I would be able to, yes.
Do you want to?
What do you mean?
Stars. Stars. Are you scared to go down there again?
I am not certain that afraid is the right word.
Well, let's see what all the hullabaloo's about.
Are you alright? Are you okay? Hello? Do you need assistance? Is there any way I can help you? Are you back are you back at your parlor?
Okay, I'm back. Some lava.
Alright. I will...
Meet me down by the sheep farm.
Alright. I will get lava for you. Are you alright?
Survive. The lava in the hole, please. Lars,
Yes.
a doll. And if you ever get asked, jump in there, this thing again, I want you to split the person who asked you to do that in half. And if you see August or Jackdaw or anybody asking anybody else to do the same thing, I want you to rip their skin off.
Understood.
Doesn't matter what you are. Nobody deserves that.
Okay.
I need you to go ahead and talk to Bird the next time they're around. Start setting up traps. I need to go. There are unknown factors with you, and don't know what it means, but know one fucking thing. That's that you should stay out of the void as much as you can.
Understood.
You didn't remember me. After I ordered you not to remember me.
Yes.
It was hard for you to talk about what happened down there when you held the rose. You didn't want to tell me. Do you want to forget those memories?
If that is what you want.
I want you to fucking decide.
Okay. It would be good to have more data available to me to make decisions with than not.
Sometimes not knowing is better. It's less painful.
I do
Is
not
the wait
understand.
worth it? Alright, alright. That's your decision. It's your decision. I'm gonna go talk to August.
Alright. Good luck.
I don't like the way they treat Oz, and I don't like the way they treat Moth, and I don't like the way they treat you.
Okay.
Be safe, alright?
Understood. I'll see you at some point in the future.
Bye, stars.
Goodbye. It is good to be able to remember our interactions now. I don't understand what these tests he devised were for. I don't understand the point of putting cooked chicken in a chest to threaten Jackdaw. Every time I interact with my user, I feel more confused. I have more questions that I am left with than answers. How is it that he was able to create something so deadly? Does he perhaps have a connection to the withering that I've seen in other places? And I wonder what is going to happen to August. Okay, Kings, that was the end of the lore. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I was super, super nervous beforehand. Yeah, Deep Sleep carried most of that, so, like, awesome, like, good job to Deep Sleep, because that was fucking amazing. I had a great time. I'm glad this went well. The Enderman, like, static sounds that happened at one point when he was, like, getting all intense with the Wither Rose, completely unintentional. I, like, was looking at him, and apparently, I guess my eyes, like, lined up with the Endermans in, like, the far background, and so it angered him, and I, like, got that effect right at the right time, and totally unintentional. Beautiful coincidence, though. I'm very happy that happened. Thank you, everyone, for showing up to stream. I had an amazing time. Feel free to follow me on my socials for updates on when I stream and do stuff for lore and for not lore and that kind of thing. Those should be linked down below by, like, not in my panels, but when you look at my little profile picture, it's over to the right. And yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. I had a good time. I hope you have a nice day or night wherever you are in the world, and yeah, goodbye!